And then he came back 3 minutes later, he's like, oh, I had no idea.
I got you! I got you! Take that, you friggin' psycho!
This is a reset to Gotham. How deeply have you fleshed out this world and its players?
Because the movie was a detective story, which hadn't been done in one of the movies in the way that I wanted to do it, it meant that Gotham itself needed to be a character. And to me, what was exciting about the idea of having a realized version of Gotham in that way was that it could be like an old Warner Brothers gangster movie or something, that you would go down all the sort of, back alleys, and that if the clues were taking you to, let's say, a nightclub, instead of Sydney Green Street, you'd see Oz, you'd see the Penguin, you'd see iterations of these characters that you had never seen quite in this way before.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart.
What was the reaction when you first stepped onto set in the full Penguin regalia?
I felt pretty powerful. I don't know if anyone else was feeling my power. To be honest, I felt very protected. I mean, there was a lot of literal physical layers around me that I was hidden beneath. So I felt like I was in a sandbox. People didn't recognize me, like Jeffrey Wright. I had met him before that, just as myself. The first time I'd met him in full makeup and wardrobe, and I said hey to him, and he kind of looked at me and walked by. And then he came back 3 minutes later, he's like, oh, I had no idea.
Everyone else gets capes, cowls, masks, makeup. Did you ever get jealous? Did you ever hope that Falcone would get like a jaunty hat?
I had great glasses.
Yes.
I had a great scar, which was obviously somebody's nails. So no, as long as you have something, I'm sure Colin could say this, it could be the tiniest thing that can free you,
Tiniest little thing. Shoes, the nails of a character, something just small that is just distinctly, and nobody may ever detect it, but just for you personally, you think you've traveled a distance.
Wow, is that right?
And on that note of, Batman's rogues gallery, are they all on the table for you? Is there anyone in that Batman tapestry that you or DC wouldn't do?
I will say that there is much I want to do, many characters I'd love to pull in. The challenge for me, because the world has a kind of sort of groundedness to it, would be to find a way to invent anything that we did through the lens of that kind of vibe. I mean, I tried to figure out a way even that it made sense to walk around looking for crime in a bat suit, right? And that's where this Drifter character comes from. And that was really taken from Frank Miller, Year One. And so I think that will be the challenge no matter what it is, but that challenge is actually really fun. Even just figuring out in the scene the way Rob looked in the suit, if you light him a certain way, and you can see this in the history of Batman films, there's always that one publicity photo where they're just got a lot of bright light on them, and you go like, gosh, that actually looks almost ridiculous, right? Even though it also, when it's lit the right way, it's the coolest thing ever, and it's like the comics. So that's sort of true, I think, of the Rogues Gallery, which is there's gonna be a way within the tone of this world to sort of, I think, put it through a lens and a filter that makes sense of it so you can believe it.
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
So there's more of Matt Reeves' Gotham to come. What would you like to see explored next?
Oh, I have no answer to this. I have no clue. I'm just such a fan of Matt Reeves. I just think he's got just tons of integrity, and he's so passionate about film, and the regard that he had for the mythology and the origins of this world of the Batman and Gotham was astonishing, and it was infectious, So wherever Matt goes with it, I can't wait to see what he does.